This is the story of a sniper who was once just a simple teacher. But then something happened in his life that forced him to become a deadly sniper. The story begins in a very peaceful area of Ukraine, and in this area we see a small hut. In this hut lives a couple. The husband's name is Mykola, and the wife's name is Naya. Mykola is a teacher and teaches math to children at a nearby school. He is a very good teacher, and all the children like him a lot, except one boy named Ivan. Ivan was a very rude boy and never missed a chance to humiliate Mykola. But Mykola never cared about his words and lived happily in his own life. One day while Mykola was at his school, he came to know that Russia had attacked Ukraine and captured many places. In the evening when Mykola came home, he learned that his wife was pregnant. This made him very happy, and the two of them celebrated this good news together. The next day, Mykola said goodbye to his wife and left for work. But on the way, he saw two soldiers. However, Mykola didn't pay much attention and quickly reached his school. When he entered the school, he found it completely empty. Then on the TV, he saw the news that Russia had also captured his city. Now he realized that the soldiers he saw earlier were actually Russians. Thinking of this, he got worried about his wife and ran straight toward his home. When Mykola reached home, he saw those two soldiers badly beating his wife. He tried to save her, but those soldiers also beat him up. Mykola begged them not to hurt his wife because she was pregnant, but the soldiers didn't listen. After beating him, they searched his house and then set it on fire before leaving. Seeing his house burning, Naya was filled with rage. She picked up a stone and tried to attack the soldiers, but they shot her. Naya died on the spot. Seeing his wife die, Mykola completely broke down and cried his heart out. After a few hours, two Ukrainian soldiers came to him. They recognized him and helped him dig a grave to bury Naya. After Naya's death, Mykola's life was shattered. He had no home and no family left. Mykola was burning with the fire of revenge and wanted to kill those soldiers at any cost. With this thought, he decided to join the Ukrainian army. The two soldiers took Mykola to their base, but when their senior saw him, he got angry and refused to recruit him into the army, fearing he might be a spy. Mykola then told him the entire story and assured him that he only wanted to kill Russian soldiers and free his country. Hearing this, the colonel decided to give him a chance, and from the next day, his training began. Since Mykola was just an ordinary man, he struggled a lot during training, but one fellow officer helped him and taught him how to assemble and disassemble a gun. Everyone in the camp thought that Mykola could never become a good soldier, but he never gave up and continued training. One night, Mykola told his fellow trainees not to call him by his real name because his code name was Raven. Everyone laughed at him and said that a soldier doesn't get a code name so easily. It has to be earned. But Mykola didn't care and kept training. One day, his senior informed everyone that they had very few snipers in their group and needed more in order to fight the Russians. He asked who wanted to become a sniper. Some men stepped forward, and among them was Mykola. Seeing this, his senior told him that he was not ready to be a sniper yet. He couldn't even assemble or disassemble a gun properly, so becoming a sniper was out of the question. Mykola replied that he only needed one chance to prove himself, and he could do it within 20 seconds. Hearing this, the senior placed a gun on the table and asked Mykola to come forward. To prove himself, Mykola blindfolded himself, quickly disassembled the gun, and reassembled it. He finished the task in just 18 seconds. Seeing his speed, everyone was impressed and clapped for him. Looking at his skill, he was also included in sniper training. During training, Mykola was given an old model rifle, while the others got modern weapons. Seeing this, Mykola demanded a modern gun too, but the senior told him that he would have to prove himself first. With no other option, Mykola accepted the old rifle and continued. The senior then explained that a sniper must never move even an inch from his position, no matter the situation, and must keep his aim fixed on the target. To practice this, the senior fired bullets near them, and whoever flinched was eliminated from training. When Mykola's turn came, he didn't move at all and kept his aim fixed. In the next training, snipers were shown their target only once, then blindfolded and asked to shoot it by memory. Others managed to complete the task, but Mykola failed because his old rifle made it nearly impossible. The next training was even tougher. They had to shoot their targets under the light of a flare at night. The senior launched the flare. Everyone aimed, but no one hit the target. Mykola didn't fire. Instead, he calculated the distance of the target under the flare's light, used his math knowledge, and then made a perfect shot. Seeing this, the senior was highly impressed and gave him his desired code name. Days passed and Mykola trained with all his heart. Finally, the day came when the results of their training were announced. The colonel saluted Mykola and told him he had passed the test. A few days later, the colonel told Mykola to pack his things because they had a mission. The news was that Russian soldiers had captured a checkpoint. Soon, Mykola's team reached the location, took position, and got ready to fire. Just then, they saw a car approaching the checkpoint. The Russians stopped the car, checked the passengers' passports, searched the vehicle, and when everything seemed fine, they let them go, but kept their passports. When the passengers protested, the Russians beat them badly. Seeing this, the colonel ordered his men to fire. Within moments, all the Russian soldiers were killed, and their first mission was completed. After returning to the base, Mykola noticed that many of his comrades were missing. He was told that they had gone on another mission. The next day, Mykola received the news that many of them had been killed by a Russian sniper named Sari, Russia's deadliest sniper. Days passed, and Mykola went on his next mission with his team. They planted mines and took position. Soon, Russian soldiers arrived, and among them was Ivan, the same boy who used to trouble Mykola in school. Ivan had now joined the Russian army. As they stepped on the mines, a massive explosion killed them all. The colonel told Mykola not to feel sad about Ivan's death, because joining the Russian army was Ivan's own choice. After completing the mission, they returned to base. The colonel showed Mykola a photo of his family and said he had 2 daughters who didn't even know their father was a soldier. Mykola also shared his own story of how Russian soldiers brutally killed his wife. He got emotional, but the colonel comforted him. The next morning, they left for another mission. It was very important because a Russian convoy was expected to pass that route. The colonel and Mykola reached the location and took positions. Soon, 2 Russian soldiers appeared, waiting for their team. Mykola noticed that one of them was the man who had shot his wife, and that man was now right in his crosshairs. Mykola asked for permission to fire, but the colonel refused. Mykola, burning with rage, asked again, but the colonel refused once more. Unable to control his anger, Mykola pulled the trigger and killed the soldier instantly. But this exposed their position to the Russians. Even worse, the deadly sniper, Sari, was already in position nearby and now knew exactly where they were. The colonel also knew Sari was around and started searching for him, but before he could spot him, Sari gave him a headshot, killing him instantly. Mykola realized that his mistake had cost the colonel's life. The Russians began heavy firing on his position. Seeing the situation worsen, Mykola decided to retreat. He carried the colonel's body and escaped to safety, then returned to base. He was deeply grieved and blamed himself for the colonel's death. He swore to kill Sari and avenge the colonel. Soon, Mykola got information about 2 Russian snipers. He went on a mission, took position, and quickly killed one sniper. During the firefight, he got shot himself, but he didn't give up and managed to kill the second sniper as well. Severely injured, he went to a secret base to recover. During this time, he got a call from the army major, who told him that they had found the sniper who had killed the colonel. It was Sari. At the base, the major briefed everyone. Sari was Russia's best sniper and had killed 6 of Ukraine's finest. Sari usually never changed his position and stayed at a specific spot to hunt his targets. They made a plan. One team would attack the Russians from the front, distracting them, while another team would attack from behind. In the chaos, Mykola would infiltrate the building and kill Sari. The plan was set. They all reached the location, took positions, and got ready. Mykola quietly entered the building, killed 2 Russian soldiers inside, and moved forward. He then gave the signal, and his team launched the attack, killing the rest of the soldiers. Sari noticed something was wrong when none of his comrades reported back. Sensing danger, he climbed to the roof, where another sniper was supposed to be, but found him already dead. Now Sari realized the Ukrainians had surrounded him. He called his base for backup, but it would take 10 minutes to arrive. He rushed to his position to search for the Ukrainians. Just then, he noticed a toy, the same one Mykola's wife had once given him. Before he could react, Mykola attacked him and stabbed him repeatedly, killing him. During the fight, another sniper in the building got alerted, but before he could act, Mykola threw a grenade, killing him in the explosion. Meanwhile, the backup team that Sari had called finally arrived. Unaware that Sari was already dead, they tried to contact him. Mykola answered the call instead and told them, "You are all going to die." He then shot the driver of their truck. The Russians panicked, jumped out, but didn't know that Ukrainian snipers were waiting for them. The Ukrainians opened heavy fire and killed every last Russian soldier. A few days later, Mykola went to his wife's grave. He had fulfilled the promise he made to her. He had killed everyone responsible for her death and for the colonel's death. At her grave, Mykola swore that he would serve his country until his last breath. Saying this, he left. And with this, the amazing movie ended here. I hope you liked this story. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. We'll meet again in the next video. But until then, be safe and keep chilling.